y'all doing? We here again. How y'all doing? We here again, and I'm kind of confused on something. This law. They states that hearsay law doesn't count in the state of North Carolina. But I've done 33 years off of hearsay. He said that he heard him say, I said go do something. But I didn't understand the same people that testify, wrote affidavits and said they lied. Now, the courts can't find a way to fix the right. It was quick when they did it the first time because they were saying something bad about a person. Now, when they correct the wrong, it takes so long to do it. I just don't understand. See, I had a case. You get 3 cases, all it's the one case. Murder, conspiracy, and the burglary. The Court of Appeals said they found error because the same evidence they used to convict me for the charge, they say use the same evidence to enhance my sentence. But this is what I don't understand. They send the burglary and the conspiracy back to Court of Appeals for resentencing. But the next court upheld the murder and find no error. How can you find error in one part of a case, but don't find error in another part of the case when the whole case is just one case? I never understood that. See, we say, what do we do when the system fails us? See, you look at the system as they're supposed to protect us. They're supposed to look after us. They knew the right things for us. Now, my lawyer admitted in open court that he was the best friends of the victim. Family, mother and father sitting right there in the courtroom. He'd been knowing her for over 30 years. I wonder why the judge didn't remove him off the case and said that would be a conflict of interest. Because the law states if you can prove your attorney is more than acquainted to the victims, it's a conflict of interest. You tell me a 30-year relationship is more than acquainted? That's family. That's like family. But the question I ask, with that to all judges, to all politics that know the law, if that was your son, or if I was your father, or your brother, or maybe just say somebody you really got love for, would you have let that go? Knowing that it was a conflict of interest, it was not a fair trial. How can he represent me to the fullest? And I'm charged with bringing bodily harm to his loved one. There's no way in the world he could have done it. But this is the system. That's the system for you. When I was in prison, I used to tell people about, hey man, I'm in here for something I ain't good. A lot of people say, oh man, everybody say that. And I always say, I ain't everybody, I'm saying it. But when they read my paperwork, they be like, man, Dad, that happened to you? So up to the day now, I'm still fighting. My case is pending with a clemency at the governor's office, so I'm gonna see how that turn out. But I just look at how the system fails so many of us. You have a prosecutor compare me to Hitler. Do you know who Hitler were? A man that wasn't even on the scene. A man that didn't know nothing about it. You compare me to Hitler. And I said in my mind, I can't believe this judge let it go like this. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? The district attorney withheld evidence. Now she tells the courts, my lawyer say, hey, I ain't got nothing, nothing, you gave me nothing. But Friday, you let me look over something. The trial is Monday. You know he ain't gonna work on the weekend and a little bit of hours he had Friday. Do you think that was prepared for a murder case, a capital murder case? So the judge asked, do you have everything now? He said, no, Your Honor. He asked DA, she said, no, it wasn't prepared. So I say, if you didn't have nothing prepared to give him then, what did you give to the grand jury for a grand jury indictment? Then you should have gave him what you gave the grand jury to look at. Because the law state in North Carolina that if you can prove that your lawyer did not investigate your case, that he fall up under ineffective system of counseling. But he was fell up under ineffective system of counseling because of the pressure of the prosecutor. Withhold the evidence so he couldn't investigate the case. But either who's the fault, I gets the bad end out of it because it was my case. The man stated 2 or 3 times in trial, I'm learning as I go. Please forgive me if I call one person the wrong name. But I'm trying to find out the co-defendant name. I said in my own mind, oh my God, what in store for me? You know what I'm saying? So what in store for me? And we be so scared when we in the courtroom around the judges and the prosecuting lawyers, and being young as I was, so fear to speak out and be like, Your Honor, you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong what's going on. But I shouldn't have to say that. He know the law. So I've been fighting it, and I'm gonna fight it till I have no more breath in my body to clear my name from these charges they gave me, these bogus charges that they gave me. And I know when I say, it sounds so crazy sometimes, but you ain't got to take my word for, it's gold. Go to Justice for Randolph Wilson Facebook page. I got my transcript, videos, affidavits, all of it is up there. You can read for yourself. You can also go Randolph Wilson versus State of North Carolina to the resentencing part. You can read that. It's public records. Read the case for yourself. And then come back to my Instagram page and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I'll let you judge it for yourself. Because more and more I read it, it's the more and more I feel so sad for the system, the young people coming behind me, what's in store for them. punishment, the unjust, is coming behind them. That's why I always give advice to the youth behind me. Educate yourself. We need to get more knowledge. See, we can only solve a problem if we get into the mix of the problem. And how we can do that, we need more of y'all to start going to school. We need more judges, more lawyers, more politicians. We need more of y'all to run for different departments that you can change things. But as long as we just sit back, we ain't gonna be able to help nothing. But when we get in position to help, and that means you got to go through college. You got to get educated. You got to get those type of jobs that you can change laws and make things better. And that's for the youth that's coming behind us. It's gonna be y'all. It's y'all time. We getting older. We gonna die off and fade away. But y'all gotta hold the torch. And when y'all step in now, you gotta step in with education. You gotta step in and you wanna make a change, you gotta step in to get in a position to make a change. And that means you got to go back to college. You got to educate yourself to those big positions that makes change, that pass laws. You got to do it. It's in your hands now. Do the right thing. Until the next time I speak, God bless y'all.